Good morning, all of you. Hope you all are fine. Okay, today in this video, we are going to learn our chapter 9 lines and curves. For this, I am going to start sharing. Okay, so block 9 line and curves. This is the name of the block which we are going to study. Our aim is define or identify or draw a point, a ray, a line, parallel and intersecting, and a line segment. In this section, we have to learn that what is a ray, what is a point, what is parallel line, what is intersecting line, and what is a line segment. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so on your screen, you can see a tiny dots which are given the name as A, B, C. Okay, this one. You can see there are tiny dots which are named as A, B, and C. So these are nothing but your points. A point is just a tiny dots. These all are A, B, and C are your point. If I take an example, so if you see in night, there are many stars in the sky. So sky, that stars in the sky from the earth look like a tiny dot or points. Okay, so you can say or you can tell that it is a point. Now, this is our second definition, which is of a ray. Okay, a ray starts at one point. A ray always starts with a single point. As you can see here, that a point A is here, and next one is the arrow. Okay, so this arrow sign denote us that this ray never ends. मतलब a ray हमेशा कंटिन्यू रहे कभी भी खत्म नहीं था. We can maximize or minimize its size. Okay, we can say that it will be like that or it will be like that. या तो वो बहुत छोटी या तो वो बहुत बड़ी. ઓનો એરો વાળો સાઈડ we can extend its sided arrow. जो एरो છે वो साइड ना एरो ने बहुत बड़ो કરી શકે છે जहां तक अपन चाहे वहां तक. So the length of ray is not defined. You can see that this is ray where the length is not defined. If you take an example, so we can say the sun rays. We see that sun rays start from a sun. Sunny rays sun से start થાય છે, okay, but it never ends. So कभी खत्म नहीं थाती. वो આવે છે earth पे या तो reflect થાય છે या तो refract થાય છે. So these are the example of ray. A ray is a point which start with a single point. जो एक point से start थाશે पर कभी भी खत्म नहीं થાય. It will never end. Okay, in the similar way, there is a line segment. Line segment which have two definite point. જેના પાસે બે definite point છે which we can measure their length. જેની length अपन measure કરી શકીએ છીએ with the help of ruler. This is called our line segment. ઓને अपन શું કહીશું? Line segment કહીશું. Let I write here line segment. Okay, you have read in the previous classes. So the question is giving draw a line of 4 segment. Draw a line segment of 4 centimeter. 4 centimeter ni line segment banao. Okay. So in this way you are going to draw it. You know the definite length and you know the point. Okay, this point denotes A and B. We can give the name as A and B. So these points are telling that this line contain end point. Okay, therefore it is line segment. એક એવી લાઈન જેના બે એન્ડ્સ પોઈન્ટ છે તો अपन ઓને લાઈન से લાઈન સેગમેન્ટ બોલીશું. If you can see, this is a book cover, or you can say that you have a book. So the book ની borders છે, these borders of book are called a line segment because it has definite length. તમે આ બુકની બોર્ડર્સને બડી નહીં કરી सकता और ना you can decrease it, छोटी भी नहीं कर सकता. It have definite length, so it is called as line segment. In the same way, we have line. It's line segment, so we have line. Okay, so line is just similar to ray. In ray, we can extend only one point, this point, but in line, we can extend both the point. એક લાઈનના અંદર બે પોઈન્ટને अपन extend मतलब बढ़ाई શકે છે या कम કરી શકે છે. As you can see in the figure 1, this is our figure 1. Okay, figure 1 has this line. Then in the figure 2, it decreases. Line छोटी થઈ ગઈ. In the figure 3, the line decreases more compared to second. Second करता third में फिर ज़्यादा से और कम થઈ ગઈ. And then in fourth, you can see it is a little bit greater than 1. Fourth ના અંદર line થોડી सी बड़ी થઈ ગઈ. Overall meaning is to say that line do not contain ends point. Line ના પાસે કોઈ end point नहीं होता. Line can extend in both the direction. Line બે direction અંદર बढ़ती जासे वो कभी भी खत्म नहीं થાય. Okay, this is the difference of line and line segment. In line, you can extend the line in both the direction, but in line segment you have end points. Line segment ના અંદર end point હશે. These are end point, but in line ના અંદર કોઈ end point નહીં હોય. You can extend it in any directions. Okay, now you can see that there is two lines. Okay, I'm drawing it roughly. One is this and second is this. Okay, so these are our line segments because both contain a endpoints. अपनी line segments है because this both contain endpoint. बेना पास endpoints है. Let I make that endpoints. I'm making it. Let's give them name. This stand point P. This stand point Q. These are point R. And this is point S. Okay, so observe this both line. Which similarity you can see in this line. Okay, pause the video and think which similarity you can see in both these lines. A બે લાઇનમાં એક શું similarity છે? So you can see that these both lines are similar to each other in length. બેની length એક જ જેવી છે. यहाँ से P से start થઈ રહ્યો છે આ point and this is starting from R. And similarly Q से start થઈ રહ્યું છે અને it's over on S. That meant that both these line segments are equal. Both these line segments are parallel. Okay, so we can term these as parallel lines. तो अपन आने नाम दे देसु parallel lines. These are our parallel lines. A line which are similar in their length. अगर તમને दिखे છે કે બે લાઈન એક જ જેવી છે લેન્થ ના અંદર તો you can say that it is parallel lines. वो parallel છે. Let's take another example. If I make a line here, एक लाइन बनाऊं मैं यहाँ पर. Figure 1. This is my end point of the line. It is starting from here and it is ending here. I am giving them name as RS. Then I make another line. which is starting from here to P से start થઈ રહી છે and then it is ending to this point. Now observe this both the line. अब ये line ने observe करो and say that it is parallel or it is not parallel. દેખવામાં શું છે parallel છે या parallel નથી. So you can see that these are not parallel because this point is starting from S and the point P is starting after some time. Point SR line segment PQ छोटी છે line segment PQ is less than line segment SR. PQ SR से छोटी છે okay therefore this line is not parallel. આ line parallel નથી. But if you see this line આ બે line ને देखो તમે this PQ and this RS so these both are equal. These both are parallel એક જ જેવી છે okay so you can write it here so लिखी सको that PQ is parallel than RS. This is the sign of parallel. You can denote it like this. This is the sign of parallel. A parallel નો sign છે. Okay. Now on your screen you can see that there are two lines. यहाँ पर બે lines છે. Okay. You can see this one blue one and you can see the other one is of green color. Okay. So these both lines are meeting at a point or crossing each other at a point. બે લાઇન સેગમેન્ટ એકબીજાને એક પોઈન્ટ પર ક્રોસ કરી રહી છે કટ કરી રહી છે they are intersecting each other બે એકબીજાને intersect કરી રહી છે if I give this line and I tell this line okay so you can say that these are intersecting at this point આ બે લાઇન એકબીજાને આ પોઈન્ટ પર કટ કરી રહી છે so you can denote them as intersecting line. તો તમે શું કહી શકો છે કે યાર these are intersecting line. આ વાલી lines intersecting છે they are intersecting each other वो એ બે એકબીજાને કટ કરી રહી છે. These are intersecting lines. Let's take another example. See if you can see that there are both both are lines બે lines છે because they both are extending in both the direction બે direction में से वो બે line ने बढ़ाई सको तो these are lines and these both lines are intersecting at this point. So you can say that this is a point of intersection. यहाँ पर point intersect यहाँ पर બે line intersect કરી રહી છે આ બે એકબીજાને cross કરી રહી છે touch કરી રહી છે so you can say that these are intersecting line. તમે બોલી શકો છો કે આ line intersecting છે because both are intersecting each other. તમે નામ દઈ શકો છો that these are intersecting line. Intersecting line. Okay, now I draw a figure here like this. This is my one line and this is my second line which are crossing from here. So is this both line are intersecting lines or not? આ બે line intersecting છે या नहीं मिले? Think about it. Is both these line are crossing each other? આ બે line એકબીજાને cross કરે છે? Observe the figure. If you can see that this line is starting from this point, you can give the name as P. And the next line is starting from point Q, which are little bit farther than point P. P और Q ना अंदर थोड़ा सा difference है. It means that both line are not even touching each other. वो बे एक बीजाने touch भी नहीं करी रहे. So you can say that these are not an intersecting line. आ बे दो line છે आ intersecting lines नहीं मिले. revise the concept of parallel lines. Parallel lines are the lines which are parallel in length or equal in length. जो બે लाइन length માં equal હશે वो parallel line છે. In the same way, EV line जो એકબીજાને કાટી રહી છે, intersect કરી રહી છે એક particular point પર. So you can say that lines are intersecting lines. वो lines intersecting છે. Now let's solve some question on this. Okay, so in front of you there is a figure. एक figure दिएलो છે. Okay, this figure contains points, lines, line segment and rays. Okay, पूरा figure ના અંદર આ ચાર ચીજો છે. One is point, second is line, third is line segment, and fourth is ray. All one are given by their names: A, P, D, M, B, N. Okay, all one have some names. So you have to define or you have to find that which point. If we take an example of point, if you solve it, so in this figure you have to find that how many points are there. Okay, so if you start counting, then C is a point. So after point you can write C. If you see one more, there is A point. You can write A here. In the third one, you can see there is P point. So you can write P here. Then you can see that there is D point, N point, M point, B point. These all are points. If we take lines example, so you know that lines start with a particular point and end at a no. Lines extend in both direction. Lines वो હોય છે તો બે direction માં extend થાય છે, बढ़े છે. Okay. I'll give you an example, a single example made out here, then you find the next one. If you can see, this is the line C and D because it is starting with arrow and it is ending with arrow. Start भी arrow से થઈ, end भी arrow पे થઈ. It means કે वो extend કરી શકો તમે. So you can write that line CD. Okay, there is another line. You have to find that line. In the similar way, you have to find line segments. You have to find rays, that how many line segments are there, how many rays are there. Okay, this is your homework. I'm going to check it on Monday. Monday ને મેં તમારા સબનું આ work check કરીશ. So make this figure in your copy, rough notebook में figure बनाओ and find out these points. આ points ने find out करो. After doing this, we have just two terms left, which are in lines. બે terms line માં or આવે છે. So you can say that બે terms point ના અંદર આવે છે. Let's see. Collinear and non-collinear points. Okay. It is defined from the name collinear. Linear मतलब तो एक જ line માં. Collinear means the same. If a point is coming in the same direction, in the same line, okay, then it is called collinear. See this point P, Q, R, this 3 point, तीनों point एक જ line में रहना चाहिए. You can say that this points P, Q, R is collinear point because it is coming in the same direction, in the same line. Now if you see that A, C, B, these points are not even touching each other and these are not in a line. Okay, તો તમે કહી શકો છો that ACB is not a collinear point. It is non-collinear because वो एक single line ના અંદર નથી આવી રહ્યા. These are out of line. આ lines ના બહાર છે. You can say that these are non-collinear point. Collinear point simply meant which are coming in a single line. એક જ line ના અંદર જો point આવશે અને તમે collinear કહેશો and the points which are not coming in a single line, so you can say that they are non-collinear points. So here we complete with our topic. यहाँ पर अपनो topic complete થાય છે. We cover here We find the definition of point, ray, line segment, line, parallel line and intersecting line, then collinear points and non collinear points. इतनी चीज़ों बारे में पढ़ो. Let's take a small summary. Point is just a small dot. Point एक छोटो dot હોય છે. Ray एक point से start થાય છે, but it never ends. कभी खत्म नहीं थाતું. Line segment start at a single point and end with a single point. એક point से start થઈને એક point पे खत्म થાય છે. Line start થાય છે. It can extend in both direction. બે direction માં બળી શકે છે line. Parallel lines એવી બે line जो એકબીજા से equal હોય. Then intersecting line जो એકબીજાને cross કરતી હોય. Collinear points जो एक જ line ના અંદર 3 या 4 या even बहुत सारा points આવે, that is collinear. And non collinear which are not coming in a line, which are here and there, as you can see ACB or ABC. Now it's time for your volume, for your workbook. Take out your workbook. Okay, this is the same figure as we do in the previous time. S1 question number 1. Okay, so I think you can do this question by yourself. Question number 1 તમે કરશો મનસી. Question number 2 is draw and label. Draw કરવું છે and you have to label it also. So like I draw a single one. એક મેં draw કરવું છે, then you will do this second one and third one. Okay, so question number 2 is telling about line segment A वालो, B parallel line and C intersecting line. I'm drawing a parallel line here. You will do line segment and intersecting line by yourself. You have to label it. तो मैं label करूँ છું. This is my A, this is my B, this is C and this is D. Okay, these are points. Point D, point B, point A and point C. In this way, as we read the definition of line segment, यहाँ पर एक line segment बन से with two definite end point and कोई भी बे intersecting line जो बे एक बीजा ने cross करती हो. Now these are saying question number 3 that draw a figure. एक figure show करो જેનામાં આ નીચે लिखा हुआ सब point include હોય. A वालो line P is parallel to Q. P line parallel હોય Q से. Point B કર્યો છે that point A and B lies on P. હવે જો તમે લાઈન બનાવી છે P और Q, તો PQ ના અંદર से P ની લાઈન પર A और B point lie કરતા હોય. Okay, like understand by solving the first question. Okay, as first A is saying कि line P is parallel to Q. तो line बनाइए છે. Line is a thing which can extend in both the direction. तो मैं बनाई दी थी. हमारी line से बे एक बीजाना parallel, as it is line it can extend in both direction. तो मैं बे जगह arrows make करूँ. Okay, this is line P, this is line Q. B માં શું કર્યો છે that points A and B lies on line P. P ના ઉપર A और B બે points છે. So we will making it. यहाँ पर एक point बनाई दो A. This is my point A. And then the next point B. So this is my point B. આ મારો B point. The last C1 is saying point D does not lie on the lines P and Q. હવે એક point એવો બનાવો D જો ના P માં હોય ના Q માં હોય. So you can make it anywhere, but it is not on P or Q. कहीं पर भी बनाई दो. This is point D. You can make it here, or you can make it here, or you can make it anywhere you want. But it cannot lie on P and Q. P और Q ના અલાવા कहीं पर भी बनाओ. Now the last question is name the collinear and non-collinear points. હવે આનામાં કોણ सा collinear points છે અને કોણ सा non-collinear points છે. Okay, so you can see that only P and Point P and point T are in a single row. So this point P and T are collinear points. Point T or P, collinear here. Okay. In the same way, you can see that Q, S and R are not coming in a line. कोई भी line में छेद नहीं हो. So you can write that Q, S and R is non-collinear point. Point U, S, R non-collinear points. Okay. So here we complete with our S1 and we complete with our some topics जो अपने आगे पढ़ा. Now you have to complete it in your volume, and if you not have volume, you have to complete it in your notebook, and you have to send me the pictures of this at Monday till Monday. Okay, Monday तक मनियाना pictures चाहिए. Okay, then goodbye.